It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract others? There are individuals who walk into a room and instantly draw attention. It's as if they possess an invisible force that makes others curious, drawn in, and eager to engage. But what is the secret behind this magnetic presence? This is where dark psychology comes into play. A sophisticated branch of psychology that explores how people influence, manipulate, and control the thoughts, emotions, and actions of others. Dark psychology goes beyond simple communication skills. It involves subtle and intricate methods to affect another person's psyche. Those who master the techniques of dark psychology have the ability to shape the thoughts and behaviors of others so seamlessly that the other person may not even realize they are being guided. This type of psychological power can be used for both positive and negative purposes, depending on the intent of the person wielding it. However, Stoic philosophy offers a different perspective. Before attempting to influence or control others, Stoicism teaches that we must first learn to control our own emotions and perceptions. According to the Stoics, the key to living a meaningful life lies not in manipulating others, but in mastering ourselves and remaining calm in the face of any situation. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, once said, "We cannot control the events that happen around us, but we can control how we respond to them." This quote reflects the core of Stoicism, which encourages us to focus inwardly, develop our inner values, and master our reactions. Instead of relying on manipulative techniques to achieve influence, true power lies in emotional self-mastery. This inner control creates an authentic, sustainable attraction that draws people in naturally. In contrast, dark psychology aims to exploit others' emotions for personal gain. Techniques such as gaslighting, psychological manipulation, mirroring, imitating gestures and speech, and subtle suggestion are often employed to influence others without their awareness. While these tactics can be powerful, they also carry significant risks, especially if used with harmful intent or without ethical boundaries. In this article, we will explore how Stoic principles can be combined with an understanding of dark psychology to achieve genuine and meaningful influence. The goal isn't to manipulate others, but rather to comprehend the nature of attraction and use this knowledge wisely to build healthy and constructive relationships. Stoicism teaches that true attraction starts within, when we live in alignment with our values and don't rely on external validation. So, how can you understand the essence of dark psychology while applying Stoic teachings in your everyday life? In the following sections, we'll dive into specific techniques for mastering attraction and explore how Stoic philosophy can help you maintain balance, self-control, and inner peace. 1. The power of dark psychology and the influence of attraction. Attraction isn't just about appearance or words. It stems from subtle psychological factors where emotions, behavior, and subconscious patterns are skillfully exploited. Dark psychology explores how to influence, manipulate, and control others through sophisticated psychological techniques. However, as Stoic philosophy teaches, true power doesn't come from controlling others. It comes from controlling yourself and your responses to life circumstances. Gaslighting, making someone doubt themselves. Gaslighting is a common dark psychology technique where the manipulator makes the victim doubt their own perceptions and memories. Over time, the victim begins to rely on the manipulator for what is real or true, leading to psychological dependency. Sarah, a 28-year-old woman living in New York, was in a relationship with someone who constantly denied events that had happened and made her feel like she was imagining things. He told Sarah she was overly sensitive and overreacted. Eventually, Sarah started to question her own memories and depended on him to interpret reality. Stoic lesson. Stoicism teaches that your truth comes from within and is not dependent on others. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Sarah learned that trusting herself was essential to regaining her peace of mind. Mirroring, creating familiarity and bonding. Mirroring is the act of imitating someone's gestures, speech, or behavior to create a sense of familiarity and connection. This technique makes people feel comfortable and understood as they see parts of themselves reflected in the other person. Jack, a salesperson in Los Angeles, often uses mirroring to build rapport with clients. When a client smiles, Jack smiles back. When they fold their arms, he does the same. This approach helps him gain trust quickly and persuade clients to make purchases. Stoic lesson. While mirroring can create initial rapport, Stoics emphasize the importance of authenticity. True relationships are built not through imitation, but through genuine values and character. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Be true to yourself, only then will you be free." Subtle suggestion. Planting ideas. Indirectly subtle suggestion is a technique where ideas are planted delicately, making the other person think they came up with the idea themselves. This approach influences thoughts and behaviors without triggering resistance. Emily, a project manager in Chicago, wanted her team to adopt her idea. Instead of presenting it directly, Emily asked leading questions that made her colleagues arrive at the conclusion that her idea was the best solution. The team embraced her plan without feeling pressured. Stoic lesson. Stoicism teaches us to be mindful of external influences and always question our own thoughts. The key to freedom lies in mental autonomy. As Epictetus said, "No one can control your mind unless you allow them to." The influence of attraction and Stoic wisdom for balance. Attraction can be a powerful tool, but it also carries the risk of losing self-control. Stoicism emphasizes that while it's important to understand how attraction works, we mustn't let it dominate us. By understanding techniques like gaslighting, mirroring, and subtle suggestion, you gain awareness of how others may try to influence you. However, the real power lies not in controlling others, but in controlling yourself. When you live according to your inner values and are not swayed by others' emotions, you naturally develop genuine, sustainable attraction. Master yourself to influence others. While dark psychology offers tools to influence and manipulate, Stoicism teaches that the greatest influence comes from mastering yourself. Once you understand your own mind and emotions, external forces no longer control you. Tom, a businessman in San Francisco, used dark psychology techniques to gain an advantage in negotiations. However, he realized that manipulative relationships are not sustainable. After learning about Stoic philosophy, Tom shifted his approach, focusing on authenticity and integrity. As a result, not only did his business thrive, but his personal life also became more peaceful and fulfilling. True power comes from within. While dark psychology can be a powerful tool, its impact is temporary if not accompanied by authenticity and inner values. Stoic philosophy teaches that real attraction starts from within, when you master your emotions and don't depend on external validation. Instead of seeking to manipulate and control others, focus on self-development and living according to your values. When you control yourself, your attraction becomes natural and lasting, bringing joy and peace to both your professional and personal life. 2. Controlling attraction with Stoic philosophy. Attraction plays an essential role in life, not just in romantic relationships, but also in work, social interactions, and everyday life. However, trying to control attraction can sometimes lead us astray, especially when we attempt to manipulate others through techniques like dark psychology. Stoic philosophy offers a different approach. We can only control ourselves, not others. Attraction through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that we cannot control the thoughts and emotions of others. Any attempt to do so only leads to losing control over ourselves and inviting frustration. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, said, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This means that genuine attraction must come from within, from your values, attitude, and inner confidence. When you live in alignment with your principles, you naturally exude a magnetic presence, without needing to manipulate or force connections. Focusing on inner values, instead of manipulation. Instead of seeking validation from others, Stoicism encourages us to recognize our intrinsic value. To cultivate natural attraction, focus on building genuine confidence. The most compelling attraction comes from authentic self-assurance. There's no need to pretend to be someone you're not. Living in alignment with your values. When you stay true to yourself, you naturally attract those who share your principles. Embracing self-acceptance. Appreciate who you are rather than trying to mold yourself into what others expect. Jessica, 35, from San Francisco, used to feel pressured to please everyone around her. After learning about Stoic philosophy, she shifted her focus toward controlling what she could, her actions and reactions. This mindset made her more confident and helped her build meaningful and lasting relationships. Managing emotions and letting go of dependence on others' reactions. According to Stoicism, inner peace comes from emotional mastery. When you aren't swayed by how others react to you, you remain calm and grounded in any situation. How to manage your emotions. Identify your emotions. When you feel upset by someone's reaction, ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Release the need to control others. You can't make others like you, but you can choose how you respond to their feelings. Focus on the present. Don't let worries about what others think interrupt your enjoyment of the moment. Example: David, a graphic designer in New York, used to feel discouraged when clients gave negative feedback. After embracing Stoic principles, he focused on doing his best and let go of the need for constant approval. This shift allowed him to feel more at peace and become more creative in his work. Genuine attraction comes from authenticity and confidence. Real attraction isn't the result of manipulative techniques, but emerges from genuine confidence and authenticity. When you embrace your true self and stop trying to impress others, you create a lasting, powerful magnetism. Lesson from Marcus Aurelius: perform your duties well, and do not worry about the outcome. By focusing on what's within your control, attraction happens naturally, without effort or force. Practical steps to control attraction with Stoic philosophy. To harness attraction the Stoic way, practice self-awareness. Understand your values and goals. Emotional control. Don't let others' emotions disturb your inner peace. Let go of outcomes. Avoid setting expectations about how others will respond to you. Act with sincerity. Do things because you want to, not because you seek approval. A success story. John from Los Angeles. John, a businessman in Los Angeles, struggled to attract partners and clients. He felt pressured to make a good impression and often used manipulative techniques to influence others' emotions. However, these relationships never lasted. After discovering Stoic philosophy, John decided to change his approach. Instead of trying to manipulate people, he focused on improving himself and doing his best work. He let go of the need to make others like him and learned to accept whatever outcome came his way. As a result, John not only became more successful professionally, but also developed genuine and meaningful relationships. He shared, "When I stopped trying to control others and started focusing on controlling myself, everything became easier." True attraction starts from within. Controlling attraction isn't about manipulating others' emotions. It's about mastering your emotions and actions. Stoic philosophy teaches that when you live by your values and let go of dependence on others' approval, attraction naturally follows. Remember, genuine attraction begins within. When you embrace confidence, authenticity, and stay true to yourself, you'll cultivate lasting magnetism that brings joy and peace in both your personal and professional life. Number 3. Stoic techniques for cultivating natural attraction. Attraction isn't just about making an impression with appearance or charming words. True attraction begins with confidence, inner peace, and the ability to master oneself in every situation. Stoic philosophy teaches us how to develop natural attraction through silence, quiet confidence, and establishing healthy boundaries. These techniques not only help us become more appealing, but also foster deep, meaningful relationships. The power of silence. The meaning of silence. In a world where people are constantly talking to make an impression, silence can be a powerful way to draw people in. Silence isn't passive, it shows self-restraint and creates space for deeper thinking. When you choose silence at the right moment, you invite curiosity and attention from others. Emma, a lawyer in New York, realized that she often spoke too much during meetings to make a lasting impression. Over time, she noticed that the most respected colleagues were those who spoke only when necessary. Emma began to practice intentional silence, speaking only when it truly mattered. As a result, she found that her words carried more weight and people listened more attentively. Stoic lesson. Stoicism teaches us that silence is a strength. When you don't feel the need to speak to prove yourself, you demonstrate inner confidence and self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Let your silence reflect peace, not bitterness." Confidence without arrogance. The difference between confidence and arrogance. True confidence comes from deep self-awareness and the ability to appreciate your own value without comparing yourself to others. In contrast, arrogance stems from the need to prove superiority to gain external validation. Mark, a financial analyst in Los Angeles, used to feel the need to boast about his achievements to impress his colleagues. However, after embracing Stoic philosophy, Mark realized that confidence doesn't need to be loud. He began listening more and only sharing his successes when appropriate. This shift led to greater respect and trust from his coworkers, and his career began to flourish naturally. Stoic lesson Epictetus said, "Don't seek admiration, seek to be admirable." Confidence doesn't come from declaring your worth, but from living in alignment with your values without needing external thanks. Establishing healthy boundaries. Why boundaries matter. Healthy boundaries protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Stoics understand that when you say no confidently, you not only gain respect from others, but also preserve your mental health. Lisa, a freelance graphic designer in San Francisco, struggled with saying no to clients. She often took on too many projects, leading to burnout. After learning about Stoicism, Lisa practiced setting boundaries, accepting only projects that aligned with her schedule and energy. As a result, she worked more efficiently and felt happier and more fulfilled. Stoic lesson. Setting boundaries is a way to protect your values and maintain balance. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If someone crosses your boundary, calmly remind them where it lies." When you respect yourself, you naturally earn the respect of others. Combining Stoic techniques to cultivate natural attraction. By practicing silence, developing quiet confidence, and establishing healthy boundaries, you create natural attraction that isn't forced. These techniques not only help you attract people, but also bring peace and happiness into your life. James, a software developer in New York, used to feel pressure to impress his coworkers constantly. After adopting Stoic techniques, James learned to stay silent when appropriate, be confident without needing to show off, and set clear boundaries around his work hours. As a result, James became respected, not because of what he said, but because of his calm demeanor and self-discipline. Attraction begins within. Attraction isn't about trying to impress or manipulate others. It's about expressing inner confidence and self-mastery. Stoic philosophy teaches that when you focus on your values and control your emotions, you naturally attract the right people and opportunities. Remember, true attraction comes from within. When you live authentically, without needing validation from others, You create lasting and meaningful connections that bring joy and peace in both your personal and professional life. For a warning about dark psychology. Don't become a manipulator. Dark psychology is a powerful field that delves into how people can manipulate the emotions and behavior of others. These techniques offer subtle ways to influence and control, often without the other person realizing they are being manipulated. However, when used improperly, dark psychology can destroy trust and break down important relationships. Stoic philosophy provides a critical reminder. Understanding psychological influence should be used to protect yourself, not to manipulate others. True strength lies not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself and acting with respect and integrity. What is dark psychology and why is it dangerous? Dark psychology encompasses psychological manipulation techniques such as gaslighting, causing someone to doubt their reality, mirroring, imitating behavior to create intimacy, and subtle suggestions designed to control others. While these methods can create strong influence, they often come at the cost of trust. When manipulation becomes the foundation of relationships, they are bound to collapse. Trust, a vital component of any healthy relationship, is irreparably damaged when people discover they have been manipulated. The negative consequences of dark psychology. While dark psychology may offer temporary advantages, it tends to bring long-term damage. Loss of trust. Once someone realizes they've been manipulated, regaining their trust becomes almost impossible. Broken relationships. Relationships built on deception and control cannot thrive. Social isolation. People who regularly use dark psychology eventually alienate those around them. Ryan, a marketing expert in Chicago, used manipulative techniques to gain leverage in negotiations. However, once his clients and colleagues recognized his tactics, they lost trust in him and began to distance themselves. As a result, Ryan not only lost valuable relationships, but also faced difficulties in advancing his career. A Stoic lesson. Use knowledge to protect yourself, not exploit others. Stoicism encourages us to use psychological insights to protect ourselves from manipulation, rather than to manipulate others. Real power lies in mastering oneself and cultivating relationships built on trust and sincerity. How to apply Stoic principles in communication. Identify manipulation. If someone tries to manipulate you, don't react impulsively. Instead, observe calmly and assess the situation with clarity. Protect your mind. Epictetus said, "No one can control your mind unless you allow it." Maintain inner peace and don't let psychological games affect your well-being. Act with sincerity. Build trust by being honest and clear in your communication. Build healthy relationships instead of manipulating. Relationships based on sincerity and respect are more meaningful and sustainable than those rooted in manipulation. When you treat others with kindness and honesty, you attract positive relationships. Example: Emily, a business consultant in Los Angeles, used to employ dark psychology techniques to manage employees and clients. But after embracing Stoic principles, she began to listen more attentively and communicate with greater authenticity. As a result, her relationships with colleagues improved, and she discovered that sincerity creates far greater influence than manipulation ever could. How to protect yourself from manipulation. Learn to recognize manipulative techniques. Gaslighting. If someone makes you doubt your reality, pause and trust your instincts. Mirroring. If someone mimics your behavior, ask yourself whether their actions are genuine or calculated. Subtle suggestions. Question ideas that come to mind. Are they truly yours, or have they been subtly implanted? Set firm boundaries. Establishing clear boundaries helps you avoid manipulation. When you respect yourself, others are less likely to push your limits. Seek relationships based on respect. Look for relationships where you feel valued and respected. Genuine people won't try to control you. They'll work to build trust and mutual understanding. Success story. Tom in San Francisco. Tom, a businessman in San Francisco, once relied on dark psychology techniques to gain an edge in negotiations. However, he quickly realized that relationships built on deception are not sustainable. After studying Stoic philosophy, Tom changed his approach. He focused on building trust and acting with sincerity. As a result, Tom not only became more successful in his business, but also built lasting relationships with his partners and clients. He reflected, "Sincerity creates a stronger, more lasting impact than any manipulative trick ever could." Choose sincerity over manipulation. Using dark psychology may yield short-term gains, but it ultimately destroys trust and weakens relationships. Stoic philosophy reminds us that true strength lies not in controlling others, but in mastering oneself and acting with sincerity. Remember, sincerity and respect foster long-lasting and meaningful connections. Instead of trying to control others, focus on personal growth and building relationships rooted in trust. When you act with sincerity and resist the lure of manipulation, you will attract the right people and opportunities into your life. True attraction begins from within. Real attraction doesn't come from trying to control or manipulate others. Instead, it originates from within, from confidence, inner peace, and the ability to live according to your values. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that the greatest power lies in mastering yourself, not in manipulating others. When you understand who you are and act in alignment with your beliefs, you naturally radiate an authentic and lasting magnetism. We often mistakenly think that to attract others, we need to change ourselves or please everyone around us. But real attraction isn't about those efforts. It flourishes when you accept and love yourself and live authentically without trying to become someone else. When you stay true to your values, you attract the right people and inspire them with your authenticity. Not everyone will like or agree with your path. Stoicism teaches us not to seek approval from others, but instead to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Inner peace creates natural attraction. When you achieve inner peace and refuse to let external circumstances shake you, you will naturally become more magnetic. Those with inner confidence exude positive energy that draws others in, not because they try to manipulate others, but because they simply are comfortable being themselves. The greatest attraction lies in being the best version of yourself. As Epictetus said, "Only when you master yourself can you influence the world." This powerful reminder encourages us to recognize that true attraction isn't about controlling others. It's about mastering your own mind and actions. When you achieve this, you will not only become more attractive, but also inspire others through your calm and authenticity. Live by your values, and attraction will follow. When you focus on self-improvement and live according to your values, you'll naturally attract the right people and opportunities without needing to try too hard. True attraction isn't the result of manipulation techniques, but the outcome of genuine confidence and inner growth. The strongest relationships are built on authenticity, respect, and trust, qualities that come from cultivating yourself from within. So, don't chase after external validation or try to change others. Focus instead on mastering yourself and developing your inner qualities. When you live authentically and free from the need for approval, you will emit a natural attraction that draws in those who resonate with your values. In the end, remember that the world won't always go your way, but you can control how you respond to it. The power of true attraction isn't about controlling others, but in the ability to control and refine yourself. When you do this, attraction will come naturally, and you'll find peace and happiness in every aspect of life. Stay tuned for powerful upcoming videos and subscribe to our channel for more insights into Stoicism and understanding female nature. Take care, and see you in the next video.